Hello, one and all. It's Adam here. So the last of our presenter videos has now been posted, and our final preparations are undergoing before this year's 2023 UK Hypnosis Convention begins in 10 days' time. We're just about allowing ourselves to get excited and amongst how fraught things are behind the scenes at the moment. I wanted to share a quick video, something that I've actually been meaning to record for a while now, with a couple of reminders and themes that are close to the heart of the convention, with a view to helping all of those that are attending really make the most of your experience at the convention. You know, we want you, you attendees, to have a highly rewarding experience. And by the way, you know, if you're watching this video and you've got other things that you'd like to share from your own experience of the convention, to how to make the most of it, to make the most of your time there, please do share so in the comments. Your input will be greatly appreciated. Excuse me. So we have record numbers of people joining us this year, and from all over the world. And that naturally also means that our attendees have a wide range of different backgrounds, levels of experience, varying theoretical positions. And, you know, with the field of hypnosis and hypnotherapy being as diverse as it is, you know, how do you go about developing effectively? And, you know, a central part of our ethos here is that of adopting Shoshin, a concept in Zen Buddhism, you know, meaning beginner's mind. Shoshin, whenever I write it, my autocorrect changes it to shoeshine, but it's Shoshin. And when we refer to a beginner's mind, you know, we're referring to having an attitude of openness, eagerness, you know, a lack of preconceptions when you're studying a subject. And even if you've already studied at an advanced level, or you are a well-seasoned professional, you know, you still become just as a beginner in the subject would. And this is incredibly important to us, you know, and I think, you know, if you wish to learn more within these fields, when people are so invested in what they've already learned, when they're so loyal to the way they already do things, when they're so entrenched in an existing dogma, that all, you know, needs to be left at the door in order to truly learn new things. And with a beginner's mind, you know, you're willing to learn and consider all pieces of information. And what often happens is, you know, as you develop knowledge and expertise, your mind naturally becomes more closed. You know, but people, you know, that tend to think, you know, I already know how to do this, and you become less open to new information. And that's one of the dangers that comes with experience, but also, you know, and especially so with expertise. It stunts, or it can stunt further growth. And we should all actually, you know, want the field of hypnotherapy to grow and develop, not to just be confirmed as what we currently believe. And this is important because we often tend to discount or ignore the information that disagrees with what we've learned previously, and agree with the information that confirms our current approach. So, you know, we think we're learning, we think we're developing, but in reality, you know, we're steamrolling through information and conversations, waiting until we hear something that matches our current philosophy or previous experience, and then we cherry pick information to justify our current behaviors and beliefs and so on. And many conference and convention attendees, you know, sometimes don't want new information. They want validating information. And we, you know, this convention wants for you to be illuminated and stimulated. And so at the heart of our ethos is that of Shoshin, and I hope you find that useful and beneficial. And one piece of advice that I'm recommending today is something that one of our team members said in a group chat just recently. Jenny Hall, she said, you know, go and attend a wild card presentation, something that you might not ordinarily consider to be your cup of tea. You know, when you're planning your own itinerary at the convention, you know, flag up something that perhaps you wouldn't usually go and attend, and do attend, and adopt an open mind and see where it takes you. But also, you know, go communicate with our presenters, communicate with the speakers. You know, we really don't like anyone being placed on pedestals here. All our speakers, you know, they're human beings, and typically they love speaking about their subject. Approach them, pick their brains, scratch beneath the surface a little bit, dive deep, ask them for recommended reading, see if you can elicit some rabbit holes to dive down into, once the dust has settled after the convention. Maybe even volunteer for the demos, when the speakers are looking for demonstration subjects, or get yourself hypnotized by others that are present. I've often turned up at the bar during the convention. There are people on bar stools being hypnotized, or on the floor in corridors. I'm not necessarily going to encourage that. There's someone with their hand stuck to the wall. Usually if Gary or James has been around, and people are experimenting and having fun, and on that theme, by the way, connect with others. There's a lot of inspiration to be had, and I find a lot of perspective changes to be had when I seek opinions of others on particular topics, things that I'd not considered. So, do strike up conversations, push beyond small talking, share your own thoughts, explore topics, get other opinions. It's a huge opportunity to derive, exponentially more than your own singular perspective on things. And it's rare indeed to have such an opportunity. And geek out, you build up references, build up lists of topics to explore post-convention, use it all to enrich your own experience, to enrich your own knowledge base and your own understanding, as well as then, informing your skills that you can go and that you'll be learning and practice and offering and applying in your clinics with your clients, ultimately, Also, I think you derive a lot more out of the convention if you seek to raise the bar yourself. If this is the main intention of ours, and I think you derive as much benefit if you make it an intention of yours. One of the main intentions of ours is to help progress the hypnosis-related professions and expand the knowledge and practical skills of all our attendees. We seek to provide a truly open and inclusive platform where everyone is welcome, everybody's encouraged to actively participate and engage with one another. And the convention, it's proven to be an open, informal, friendly occasion where everybody's equal and respectful of each other and appreciative of different skill sets and views. Our gala dinner each year on the Saturday night helps to encourage an atmosphere of friendliness and fellowship, importantly, cooperation. We're just about sold out for this year's gala dinner, by the way. A couple of tickets left. There'll be QR codes dotted around the place in all the lecture rooms and at reception, which will give you access to a PDF of the schedule. And this will be really handy because it'll be the final version of presentations and timings, which can potentially change right up to the event itself. There'll also be a QR code to scan for giving feedback. And we really respond to the feedback that you give us. We've made a lot of changes this year in direct response to the waves of feedback themes that we received last time out. Also, every feedback form, every individual piece of feedback is an entry for a prize draw of a 3-day ticket plus gala dinner for the 2024 convention. So, a little bit of bribery to try and, elicit as much feedback as we possibly can. Last year's winner, Emma Dearlove, will be with us again this year. So yeah, embrace the ethos and the philosophy as much as you're able. If we wish the field of hypnotherapy to grow, the public's perception of it probably needs to be improved a bit and better informed. And we need to improve understanding of it and public dissemination of information about it. So it makes sense that we need our field, where possible, to embrace the science, to be familiar with the research, to understand and be able to critique that evidence base effectively, as well as us being experimental and being alternative and exploring the capacity of what we can do with hypnosis. And this is part of our ethos, of our vision. The public's understanding of hypnosis and clinical applications of hypnosis and hypnotherapy, you know, it's typically full of a lot of misinformation and myths. And a lot of these are perpetuated in the media, but also there's a whole bunch of them that are rehashed in some poor standard hypnosis training. And I initially, you know, sought to take this event over as a means of us, you know, trying to raise training standards and as an outlet to disseminate research and promote the evidence base of hypnosis, but also ultimately to seek to raise standards in general and enhance, you know, as a knock-on effect of you know, educating further our attendees. You know, knock-on effect is to enhance the public image of hypnosis. Sadly, it doesn't always make me you know, a huge number of friends, because it means that, you know, we encourage asking some difficult questions about approaches supported by many within the field. But we always, you know, and I am always wishing to do so with the greater good of the field in mind, and it's never meant to offend or affront. Although it, you know, it can sometimes be received that way, it's never the intention. You know, one of the main goals of the convention is to give, you know, hypnosis professionals access to a curated range of lectures and training sessions within a safe environment of acceptance, of new ideas, of tolerance of differing positions, and where critical thinking is championed and where questions are allowed to be asked. You know, and you know, we want to promote diversity and inclusivity as much as possible, and, you know, whereby we welcome stage performers as well as academics and researchers and clinicians and trainers. And we aim to balance the theory, the practical skills, the pioneering techniques and experimental approaches, while avoiding unsubstantiated claims and anything that could potentially bring the field of hypnosis and hypnotherapy into disrepute. But rather than seeking to discredit specific approaches, you know, I don't want us to do that. Instead, you know, we encourage change by exposure to and promotion of our ethos. You know, so you know, embracing some of those things, I think, you know, offers a far more rewarding and stimulating you know, convention experience. Finally, you know, I guess I'm going to be a bit soppy, you know, and that is, you know, I think you derive much more benefit and enjoyment and reward from the convention when you give love at it. You know, give it away, and it comes back to you. You know, don't make that your aim for it to come back to you, but, you know, it'll be returned one way or another. Make an impact upon the event with your good intentions and your love. For me, you know, regardless of differences, we interact from a position of respect and love, and it makes things a lot better. You know, love for our speakers and contributors, the team that are working hard, as well as, you know, all you professionals and fellow professionals, all you attendees. So, you know, do come and say hello at the convention. Please do share your thoughts with me and share your humor with me. Any questions or queries while you're there, you know, speak to a member of our team at reception in the lobby, or there'll be assistants in all of the rooms when presentations are happening. But that's it for this particular video. I'm going to be posting some countdown posts as of the end of this week. If you are at the gala dinner, I'll have some very brief words to share as usual, and I'll be joined on stage on Sunday with, you know, by Darren Brown, which I'm really looking forward to. There are a few tickets remaining, which you can go and find at ukhypnosisconvention.co.uk. I think my shoulder's in the way of that, over here somewhere. Get myself oriented. But I'm really looking forward to seeing you there. I'll stop rambling. Goodbye for now.